The remake of Lovely Day, Jill Scott, You Give Hope Fridays. Oh my goodness. No matter the circumstances, on You Give Hope Friday, we try to make sure you have a lovely evening, a lovely start to your weekend. And as we start the weekend, wherever it is you are across the world, across the globe, we welcome you. Efficacy EVA, the Ubeli initiative as well.
When I look at where I'm coming from, I know I'm blessed, and I close my eyes and smile. Sometimes I feel like the richest man in Babylon, and I've done my best, so everything's alright inside. Oh, every morning.
I love my life.
You Give Hope Fridays, we welcome you. Give it thanks for life, health and strength.
Live my life today. Me love my life. Me love my life. Me love my life.
As we welcome each and every one across the world, across the globe, You Give Hope Fridays. We are live on Facebook. We are live. Make sure you check out our YouTube channel, Efficacy EVA, as well as make sure you check out ubeli.org. But to give us a little bit more information, I would like to welcome Dr. Yancy Rolston.
Oh, hello.
Good evening,
Hello,
Yancy.
hello.
It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a while. How's
I
things?
haven't seen you for, how long ago was it? Let me think. Last week, Friday.
Yeah, something so. Yeah, it's a while though.
It's
That's a
been a
long.
long time. How you been?
My hair grow, all kind of things since
I see.
since the last time. So it is what it is. But it's a pleasure to have you here. If it is, you want to just open up the evening, and then we have some beautiful acts to go through the evening as well. So
Certainly, certainly. Thanks everyone for coming to spend your Friday with us. Last Friday was the last, and today is the last of the last, or whatever you call the last of the last. But thanks again for being here. We're back because you asked for it, and we responded. Actually, we're really here because I think the wedding is going to happen today. Brian and Shirley. Nevin has the ring. She showed it to us. So, yeah, watch this space. Wedding happening today. I'm excited to see. I put on my jewelry. Brian, I hope you're watching, I dress up for the wedding. So please, make it happen. But thanks, folks, for being here. It's been more than a year. It's been great. Lots of fun. But actually, there's some seriousness to what we do. We've been doing a lot of work in community, as you know, both BAMEStream, Efficacy EVA, and New Belly Initiative, just working with communities, particularly those who are struggling with their health and their well-being. This space was a space just for people to come and free up themselves. And it must have worked, because when we said last week was the last, people messaged and said, please, can we have one more? So here we are. Thank you for spending your Friday evening with us. And I would send you right back to Mr. Super Trini Vibes.
thank you so much, Yancy. Thank you so much to the Ubeli Initiative, Efficacy EVA, BAMEStream. We are live. We are here. You Give Hope Fridays. And I would like to welcome Tia. Good evening, Tia. How are you? You're here with the wonderful Kemi, who's just slyly disappeared. Like, you heard it. It's a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you.
And we look forward to hearing what you have in store for us. So, ladies and gentlemen, Tia on You Give Hope Friday.
Thank you. I wrote a poem at the beginning of this week because I'm currently in the process of applying to universities, and I fortunately got a lot of yeses, but I actually received one no. And it made me think about how a lot of the time in life we always focus on the no and the negative as opposed to all of the positives we received. So yeah, I just wrote a poem about it. I received my first no, my first rejection. I'm not sad, happy, or mad, just thinking. Thinking of what I could have done if I received a yes. Thinking of what I must do now that I have a no. Thinking of if I even wanted a yes. Yes is easy. It makes me think I want it. Do I want it? I'm conflicted. Do I want to stop because I have a no? Or do I prevail in spite of it? I received my first no. Do they see the truth? Are they warning me that I'm wasting my time? Or do I know better? Do I know myself better? Do I know myself? Am I happy that I have a no? A no means I didn't pursue, train, cry, fail, and waste time. A no means that I have a new opportunity to change my fate. A no is what they wanted for me, but is it what I want for me? What do I want for me? I received my first no. I'm not sad, happy, or mad, just thinking.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tia. So let me ask you, right? So how many universities did you apply to in all?
I applied to 6.
Okay, and you got how many yeses?
5.
And then 1 no. And the no you got, that wasn't the one you wanted to go to, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's fate, isn't it? But I didn't get
Wait, that's the one you wanted to go to?
No. I honestly just had a clean slate for all of them. I don't really mind which one.
Okay, good. Well, congratulations on your 5 acceptances, and we hope that you make the right choice. I mean, you've come from far, right?
Yes.
I know how far you've come from to have you smiling like this and being so, and I'm pretty sure your mom is like jumping through the roofs and saying, yeah, my daughter's heading to university. I can't even do her voice right now. I can't do it. Can't do it. But we are so thankful for your wonderful words, and no is always a difficult thing to swallow. So could you imagine if it was flipped and you got 5 no's and 1 yes?
Very true.
What would be the emotion then?
Yeah, probably quite different. I'd be sad.
No, but why? You should feel like you felt that was the holy grail, no?
True.
You know that somebody saw the light that you're trying to shine and they wanted to, make sure that you get that opportunity. So it could always turn the other way as well. But we thank you so much.
Thank you,
and it's so good to see you. Hopefully we go live soon, because all you're getting real big and things, so all you don't have time for, the younger generation anymore. But Tia, thank you so much, and thank your mom who's laughing in the background because I can hear her, She's laughing in the background. So Kemi, thank you very much as well.
You're welcome.
And she talks, it talks, everybody. It talks on UGiveHope Friday. So we look forward to hearing more from you. Oh, and it's back. Hi,
I
Kemi.
was giving her the limelight. Hey.
Well, you are part of the limelight. You brought her in, so she could sit there and
but it was her moment. So hey.
I agree. So, did you jump for joy when she got the 5 yeses?
Oh, yes.
Every single time?
Yep.
And when the no come, right, you was like, girl, don't study them, I don't study them, I know, right? You have 5 yeses already,
But they miss it.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, thank you so much to you and your wonderful family for being a part of UGiveHope Fridays. Before you all go, let me ask you individually, what was the emotions with you all in terms of being a part of UGiveHope Friday, and how has it helped you all throughout the time that you all have been with us since last year? How has it been for you all?
Do you want to go first?
It's been an emotional crutch for me. It's been really supportive because there have been times when it's been really tough, but just listening to the music, listening to the inspirational poetry and music and conversations has been extremely uplifting, and it's got me through some hard times, so thank you. Very grateful.
For me, I think it's helped me come out of my shell quite a bit, because I was quite anxious, and like going into lockdown, having the opportunity to stay at home was like almost a good thing for me, because I was like, I won't have to talk to anyone. But then when I started coming on this and I showed my poetry, which I basically haven't told anyone about how much I love my poetry, and hearing all these creative people is just literally so refreshing to see. So it's really been great to watch.
Well, thank you both so much, and I would reflect on, especially Tia, the fact that you've been able to come out of your shell, as I know you for a little while now, and I know how close in you have been, and I'm so proud of you, and I'm gonna say it, that I'm so proud of you that your confidence is all the way up there, and it's so good to see. It's so amazing to see how much you've grown and continue growing, and that's a testament of your mom pushing you and helping you push forward and move forward as well. So make sure you go to school and learn well, eh? Otherwise, later on in life, you're gonna catch. Oh, let me behave. Let me behave. Sorry, Kemi. Sorry. I feel like if I was just about, to go, I would put it, but thank you both so much, right? Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, You Give Hope Friday. We began the show with the wonderful Tia and her beautiful mom, Kemi. It's so good to have you all on board, and it's so good to have such a positive start. No is not always no, right? No is always means that there's a road to yes. So thank you all so much. As we continue with the fantastic vibes that we always have on a You Give Hope Friday, going to bring to you Mr. Owen Reid. Now, backstory. Owen Reid is a ventriloquist. He is a black ventriloquist in the UK. He's probably one of the first, and I feel from people seeing him on You Give Hope, he will undoubtedly not be the last. He's going to have to start coaching Brian. He's going to have to start coaching me. I don't think I'll be able to do it because I'll try my best, but I'm not sure. But ladies and gentlemen, on You Give Hope Friday, Owen Reid.
Mute. Hi, how you doing? You all right?
Good evening, Owen. I'm good. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. As you can see, I'm dressed for a special occasion today.
I realize.
Real things are happening today. I know Brian's been in contact with Shirley and everything else like that, so I've had to prepare myself. So we're going to do a few songs just to warm us up until we get to the big moment in time when hopefully Brian's going to say I do. So I'm going to start you off. We're going to start you off with a little thing from one of our little friends from Jamaica. Okay, what I'm going to do is stick my headset on as well so I can hear you louder as well, in case you tell me, oh, you can't hear you. Okay, so let's have a look. Our little man, he's going to start the show off. And we're going to start with one of his favourite songs. You might recognise him from Jamaica. Anyone who's from here, well, you might even know him over here. Let's have a look. Let's get rid of that one. Let's allow that one. Okay, let's go. Okay.
Do you take this man for your lawful husband? Yes, I do. And do you take this lady for your lawful wife? Yes, I do. I'm getting married in the morning. Ding dong, ding dong, ding ding. You know, she has a little baby. I'm gonna ride it. So take me to the church on that. Come on, Brian. Say if you think I'm sexy. Oh yes, you think I'm sexy. Reach out and touch me. Yeah. You really need me. You really need me. Let me tell you something. Dry and an in white is made for life. And name is Shirley, it's the big girlie. Don't know each other each and every day. What else can I say? Married in the morning. Dry and is looking very scared. Shirley don't care about that. All she wants is Brian. So take me to the church on time. Okay, all right, okay. You got to stop that. It's scary, Brian. Stop. Okay, yellow man. Okay, look. It's scary. Oh my God, stop this all of us, isn't it? Change your mind. Okay, Brian. Okay, we don't need to scare you like that. I'm sorry. Yellow man decided that he wanted to do that because he came all the way from Jamaica. He heard all about the wedding and things. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to get someone a little bit less scary. Okay, we're going to try and get away from that. Pardon? Oh, are you serious? I'm really sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. The vicar's arrived as well. I can't believe that the pastor's arrived. Oh, what's your name? Pastor Dutchy. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we got Pastor Dutchy. He's arrived all the way as well for the wedding. Amen. Where's the darling groove? Don't worry. They're not actually here at the moment. Man, you can't on the hill and say, amen. Okay, look, Pastor, are you going to do anything for us? Yeah, I'm going to sing a song for the bride and groom. You're going to sing a song for the bride and groom? That's right, yeah, amen. Okay, Pastor Dutchy. Okay, here we go. Yeah, okay, you want everyone to join in with this one? Yeah, I want everyone to join in with this song. Okay, this is a special song. Okay, just for the bride and groom. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh. Amazing grace, how sweet the song. Hallelujah! I sing the wretch like me. I was lost, but now I'm found. Oh yeah, once I look now, I see it's bright and shiny, yeah. Those streets that tall. Oh yeah, hallelujah. What is fear and grace? My fears relief. Oh yeah, all this is near. That grace, oh yeah, oh yeah, first to thee, yeah. So many dangers, all is fear. I have, oh yeah, I have already come, yes I have, I already come. The grace has gone, these faces afar, and grace, oh yeah, grace will leave me home, oh yeah. The Lord, oh yeah, the Lord, He has done some hell, yeah, good to me, yeah, that's how it is, oh yeah, Thy words, my hope. He will not shield, oh yeah, and caution me, oh yeah, hallelujah, as long as life endures. Okay, here you go now, oh yeah. Where we there, 2,000 years, oh yeah. Bright and shining, there's the sun. Oh yeah, we know this is to sing God's praise. Oh yeah, when we all begin, hallelujah. Oh yeah, thank you very much. Oh yeah, hold on a second. Jesus. Oh yeah, thank you for Ryan and Shirley for letting me come over here. I want to see the show. Shirley, it's not your time. I want to see Ryan. Shirley, it's not that time. I want to see Ryan. You better let us see him, boy. You think it's safe? I think it's safe. Okay, I'll just do it, sir, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just gonna have to get Shirley. She's getting a bit anxious down here. Okay. But Shirley, are you going to behave? I'm going to behave myself. Are you sure? Yes, I am. What are you going to? I want to see Brian. You want to see Brian? No. I'll tell you what. You just calm there for 1 minute, yeah? And I'm just going to get one more person. Yeah, I'll sing a song. Okay? We're just going to get one more person to sing a song for you, okay? Okay. Just one. And then I'm going to see Brian? Then you're going to see Brian, okay? Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, you come here a minute. Okay, oh. Are you ready? Yeah, I'm going to sing a song for Brad and Drew. I come all the way from, oh yeah. I'm on TV. You're not on TV, it's not TV, it's like Zoo. Zoo, it's highway. Okay, but it's not that kind of, it's not Zoo. Okay, so what are you going to sing for us? I'm going to sing a song. One of my favorite songs for the Bride and Groom. The Bride and Groom, okay. Press the button. I'm going to press the button. Can't read it. Lord. Starting from the beginning now, so let me, okay, I'm trying to, I can't do it one-handed. Okay, you go down there a minute, we're gonna start. Ladies and gentlemen, okay. Okay. Oh, you got your eyes at the beginning now? Okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna show you something Brian Groove, oh yeah. Shirley, after the latest song for you, Brian, this one's for you. Oh yeah. Darling, you send me, I know you send me, darling, you send me, honest you do, honest you do, honest you do, oh, you thrill me, I know you thrill me, darling, you thrill me, honest you do, honest you do, honest you do, jump away! At first I thought it was infatuation, but oh, I lasted so long. Now I found myself wanting to marry you, oh yeah, to marry you and take you home. Oh, you and me, I know you send me. You send me too. Darling, you send me. Honest you do, honest you do, honest you do. Ooh. He sends me too. I love that. When I'm with you, I know, I know, I know. Oh, you send me. Honest you do, honest you do, honest you do. Oh, you, oh, I send me too. You, all the things. Oh, whenever you kiss me, honest you do, honest you do, honest you do. Woo! At first I thought it was infatuation, but always lasted so long. Now I found myself wanting to marry you and take you home. Oh, you send me good. I know you send me. You send me. Honest you do, honest you do, honest you do. Yeah. That was with the Darling Groove now, man. Darling, you want a lucky guy. He certainly is. All right, Shirley. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we wait for Shirley, who's been waiting a long time. I mean, after last week when Brian blew her out, she was really upset by this, but we're going to make that up today. Shirley is, I understand that Shirley and Brian have been in contact with each other, and Shirley wants to sing a song for Brian.
Yes, I do. I want to tell you how much I love him.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'm going to try and work this out with, let me set this one up first. We normally have someone doing this for us.
I know. You're not in a theatre now, are you?
I'm not in the theatre now, no. Okay, so you're going to come out?
Yes, I want to come out. I want to look very special for my Brian.
You want to look special for your bride?
Yes, I do. Because he loves me and I love him too. He told me this week. Do I look good for my bride? Yes, I do. Is he ready for me?
He's ready for you.
Can I sing my song?
You can sing a song for Brian.
Okay. I'll follow him. Follow him wherever he may go. And in him I always believe. Oh no, I can't sing that thing.
All right.
And keep me away. He is my destiny. I will follow him. The seeds of my heart I hear. There isn't an ocean too deep. I'm not in somewhere you can keep me away. Can't be the way alone.
You ready?
Ready. Yes, Darren, this is for you. I'm loving, and when you go to summer, I'm follow you. Follow you, I go. There isn't an ocean to deep, and nothing so far you can keep me away. I will follow you. Wherever he may go, there isn't a refuge to be. I might be somewhere you don't keep us away. Oh, no. Oh, yes, yes. Oh, true love. Oh, yeah. And then let it go. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, mama. Oh, it's not true love. Oh, not true love. Oh, there isn't an ocean to deep. I'm not in somebody who can keep us away. Oh, please, I love my Brian.
Okay, you love your Brian.
Can I sing one more for him?
You want to sing one more for Brian?
Yes. Brian, I love you, Brian.
Okay, we're going to do one more for Brian.
And then he's going to say, I do.
I hope he's going to say I do. Okay, let's have a look. What's this last song you're going to do? Oh.
Oh, that was the last song.
Oh, that was the last song. I'm sorry, my bad. Okay, sorry, that was the last song.
Oh, Brian, I'm waiting. Where's Brian? Brian! I can't see him.
You can't see Brian.
No. Does that mean? Oh, there he is. Hello, darling.
Hello, Shirley.
How are you? So, 1 minute.
Okay, oh, sorry, 1 minute. Let's not get someone.
Oh, they are weak.
Between Brian and Shirley.
Yes, that's right.
Brian, do you take this home to be your lawful wedding wife?
Okay.
You said okay.
Okay. Is that it? Okay. Look at it! Look at it! I don't want to be nothing to woman! Get me away from here! All right.
You
I've got it, I don't care. I'm needing you! I need it, I don't want nothing to do with you. That's it. Over. It's you.
Okay, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, sorry that I do apologize, she's gone. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize about that. Shirley's left the building in a hurry, and that's it, Brian. It's all blown. Never going to happen again. It's all over. You missed your chance. Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Owen, and I'm done. Thank you.
Oh gosh, I don't know what to say here now. I saw the rings. I was going to be father giver, I was ready to say, is there anyone here who is going to give away, the group? I will, and then I was just waiting for Shirley to just say, Brian, I love you. I love you so, so much.
She's
You know,
gone. She's gone.
Owen, you have totally lifted everyone on You Give Hope Friday. We are so grateful and thankful for your amazing skill. You never sell us short, and we are so privileged and thankful for you and all of your other personalities that work really well with what you do.
Thank you very
We
much.
absolutely love that song by that Shirley sang.
Sister Act.
I will follow
Sister Act.
you.
Yeah.
Yep, my
Yeah.
sister Act. That's one of my all-time. I've probably seen that movie over 100 times. I kid you not. So I absolutely love that song. But I guess Shirley ain't following Brian. I hope he can get over it. I hope he can really get over that. But Owen, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for being a part of You Give Hope Fridays. We look forward to seeing you perform live because I will be in the front row, and I'm going to make sure Brian is right next to me, and Yanzi will sit right next to him to make sure he can't get away live. Because once Shirley see him in real life, she's going to do a full 180 and come right back in. She'll be like, oh, look at the Rasta. But thank you so much, Owen. We really do appreciate it.
My pleasure. I'm
Thank
so
you.
glad that you guys invited me to do this. So yeah, I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'll be watching the rest of the show. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, good night.
Thank you.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, You Give Hope Fridays, Owen Reid. A fantastic ventriloquist. I wish I could do it. He's amazing. We have an amazing platform here at You Give Hope Fridays, and I know that deep down inside, I have the belief that one day, Shirley is going to come back riding on a unicorn and riding straight into Brian's hands, because Brian is going to say some words now that in some way, shape or form will uplift her and let her know that she is loved, that she will be always cared for. And we hope that when she hears these words from Brian, who is going to join us right now, that she will feel that it was just a moment of hesitation. It was just a blimp on their love. Right now, I bring to you Brian, who, I don't know why he's smiling, but I know inside he is dying. He is crying. He is hurt. He is masking his emotions on this platform right now. And Brian, we just want to let you know that we are here for you and Shirley. This is a support bubble, and we are 100% behind you. For those who have missed it, it will be aired right after. We will send you the link. You'll be able to revisit the moment the pastor came out. Brian, how do you feel right now? What emotions are you feeling right now? Just be real with us. Be honest with us. Let us know. Let us know. And also don't just let us know. You know what? Don't speak to us. Speak directly to Shirley.
Like I said, all I could say was okay. Owen Reid is a phenomenal talent. He is great beyond words. Despite the humor and everything else, the skill that he displayed is beyond words. All right? And I don't know if he's still the only black ventriloquist in the UK, but I know he's probably one of the greatest. Of course, all ventriloquists is probably the greatest in my yeah.
There's a reason why you're saying that, because you're trying to get points. I get points right now because Owen is the medium between you and Shirley. So you know Shirley going to be gunning for you at some point in time. She go see you now. She go see you on the street. I want to see you. You understand me? Owen is the only person that will be able to save you. You understand? But, ladies and gentlemen, Brian on UGiveHope Fridays.
Hi, good evening, everyone, and thank you again for being here. Yes, a week with laughter, but on a serious note, I just want to do a poem that for all the sisters out there. We know sometimes men don't do right by women. And I mean, there's this ongoing saga in the media, on the media now. And so, yeah. So to the sisters out there. Yes, you are my soul sister. Greatest story ever told, sister. Strong and in control, sister. Powerful, forceful, bold, sister. Warm me when I'm cold, sister. Cook that casserole, sister. Yes, you are my soul, sister. Creator broke the mold, sister. After you, the tales retold, sister. In you I unfold, sister. You're my light beyond the pole, sister. But that hidden sexy mole, sister. I'll spend my whole bankroll, sister. I'm weak when you cajole, sister. And since we took that stroll, sister, I'm grown 1,000-fold, sister. For this you must be told, sister. I'll die to you, uphold, sister. Your dignity is unsold, sister, with skin like dark spun gold, sister, and eyes like deep charcoal, sister. Again, he broke the mold, sister. Lord, you just ice cold, sister. The prophets, they foretold, sister, of your talents manifold, sister. You manage our household, sister, protecting your stronghold, sister. With wit, sometimes you fool, sister. You make me fall in a warm hole, sister. You take no rigmarole, sister. At times, you're just so bold, sister. Your demeanor takes its toll, sister. Then you open that sugar bowl, sister. Make me buy that mink stole, sister. Again, you in control, sister. Yes, you are my soul, sister. And I wouldn't have it any other way, my sister. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you very much, Brian. Thank you for those wonderful, wonderful words of encouragement to our beautiful, beautiful sisters across the globe. On UGiveHope Friday, we definitely channel that respect, that love for the beautiful women in our lives and also the beautiful women of the world. So, Brian, that was incredibly poignant, as they say. So, thank you so much. So, Brian, I have a question for you. You interested?
Give me a break now, man.
But I don't understand. Like, I must ask you these questions. Like,
Okay, go ahead.
Came directly. Okay, the first question we have, right, is seeing as how, first of all, thank you again for the wonderful poetry. But we would also like you to help us sort out a few things because first we have to pay the caterer who's going to sort that out. The caterer needs to be sorted out because I mean I just had my one drink and two orders, and now I see the caterers packing up and going, but I still hungry. I'm pretty sure Yanzi's still hungry. Nevin is still hungry. I know that Will is hungry. Alexander, I know everybody. So we're not really begging. We just want to know: are you going to pay the caterer? What's going on with that?
The caterer is being paid. I don't know why they're packing up. Just serve everybody.
Brian, the bride has already left, so you don't have to lie no more. You don't have to lie anymore. Right? That's number one.
The show goes on. The show goes on.
So you're saying that that's sorted already. Okay. The second question I have that was asked, and I feel like it needs answering. What do we do with the rings? This is not Lord of the Rings. I mean, there's two of them. So what do we do with the rings?
They don't have an expiry date. They ain't gonna spoil.
Okay, so where should we put them? And yeah, like please help us understand because we don't want to bury them, and then they try to forget where to bury them. We don't want to give them to somebody, and then they try to tout it and sell it for and then they try to sell it on the market and say, yeah, this was Shirley and Brian when they was meant to get married. Ting ting ting. Please help us. Give us a little bit. Let us know what you would like us to do with it.
Those rings will go into the UGiveHope Museum.
It going on display? What, on the cushion too?
Yeah, well, Nevin say she buy an expensive cushion, so we might as well display it on the cushion.
We all know Nevin didn't buy that, right? We know you're sending money for Nevin to buy it. Don't try that. We know you're sending money.
But she buy it, so so that it doesn't go to waste. It will go on display in the UGiveHope Museum.
Okay, all right. So one last question before we move on UGiveHope Fridays. Do you have anything to say to Owen on his part in giving you the opportunity to be with a soul sister and you turn it down?
Like I said earlier, Owen is a phenomenal artist, right? And we are thankful for his contribution and his support on this UGiveHope platform. And thank you to all his personalities. They were all great. They were all phenomenal.
Brian, you're beating around the bush, Brian. Brian, you're beating around the bush. You're beating around the bush. I asked you a very direct question. I need direct answers here. I am not Shirley with you. I am not Shirley. Don't try to Shirley me. I am not Shirley. I come at you direct. Come at me direct, please. Straight. Serious.
We have other supporting acts to come in, and we will be wrapping up just around 10 o'clock. So we need to get this show on the road.
Oh yeah. Are you not going on here? Are they really not going on here? Yanzi, is it possible that as Mother Giver, if it is, you would like to say a few words? Because I feel like he's not really getting it. And we really need to at least let him say how he really feels. He keep bottling it up inside. And we have to let him know, Yanzi, we have to let him know this is the place where it is, We here for him.
I agree. You just read that powerful poem about soul sister, and you stood up a soul sister, the Shirley. How you could do her that? We'll have a little counseling session after the show, Brian. Me, you, and Shirley. I'll mediate. Right?
I'm not getting involved. I am not getting involved in any counseling because I try to let him, let us know how it is he really feels, and then I would have gone and talked to Shirley. Shirley and I would have break bread. Shirley and I, no, not Shirley. Shirley and I would have break bread. But UGiveHope Friday, a lot of love, a lot of banter, some humor. That's what it's all about, and we're so blessed to have each and every one of you all here with us. So as we continue and we move on UGiveHope Friday, I would like to bring in Mr. Alexander the Great.
Good evening, good evening, good evening.
How are you doing? I
Fine.
bring you in briefly. Just to hear. You heard what was going on there, right?
Yeah, I heard it. Yes.
And as a seasoned man in marriage, right? What's your take?
Well, I think Brian should honor his obligations.
Thank you.
There's a thing called broken promises. You know what I mean? They talk about, it's an old-fashioned thing from back in the day, but you could be, you could be prosecuted for breaking a promise. I'm trying to keep a straight face.
It's called breach of contract.
Breach of contract, that's it. Breach of contract, you see. And in front of witnesses. I mean, we have witnesses. All of us here are witnesses to what went on.
But Alexander, you gave me some advice last week.
Yes.
And
about Shirley's. No, not Shirley's, only Shirley.
Well, thank you so much, Alexander the Great. We will definitely be looking forward to hearing from you later on in the program this evening.
Pleasure.
But we know that we thought we'd bring in a different, a different set of eyes, to hopefully guide Brian, to the right path. But we look forward to hearing from you and your wonderful wife later on the program. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pamela, good evening to you. Good evening, Pamela. How are you doing?
Hi, good evening to you.
It's a pleasure to have you on You Give Hope Fridays, and we look forward to hearing your wonderful words with us and what you're about to share with us. So, ladies and gentlemen, Pamela on You Give Hope Friday.
Oh, am I now?
Yeah, right now.
Oh my goodness.
You're in the spotlight.
I'm in the spotlight. My goodness, I am indeed. Okay, well, I'd like to say good evening to everyone. I'm Pamela, and I've just only learnt to write poetry through the lockdown. So I hope that you like what I'm going to read. I'm going to read you a couple of short poems, and I'd like to share them with one. So this one I wrote about a friend of mine whose husband had passed, and she was just talking about what she was missing about him. And I wrote this one with her in mind. And it said, I still remember our beautiful times of togetherness, where we walked in the new places and you held my hands in yours, that gave me a beautiful sense of security and fulfillment. I remember the first time our eyes met as strangers, but I didn't see you until I met you and we exchanged our first words. Little did we know that those first words would lead us to two other words, I do. We laughed together and we grew as one, you from England and me from the tropical island of Jamaica. But when we embraced, we became our own race and created a language of understanding, trust, love that only we shared. Our past times of togetherness is what I draw on day to day. Sometimes I cry, and then I smile as I bring the image of you in my space of stillness and tranquility. There's no words or thoughts that exist in how I feel during these times of lockdown. I find myself wanting to shut down. And even though you're not here, I gain strength from you. Our shared memories and the lock of your hair is what keeps my heart bind with love. Thank you. The second one is called The Warrior, and this came about when that program Enslaved was on. And I run a group for the Caribbean Windrush generation, and we had the opportunity to get one of the divers from the program Enslaved, the dark guy called Kramer, and he came along and was a guest on our platform. And when I looked at him coming out to sea, this is what came to me. It's called A Warrior. I gazed at you, and I saw our shared history as you walked from the sea like an African warrior. You, a reincarnation of our ancestors, but were once warriors whose bodies lay deep in the Antilles seas, enslaved, hidden, and forgotten. You, whose skin is as dark as theirs, like coal, and shines like a black diamond. And when you walked, you stride like a true African warrior. You went to find them, but they found you in the seas. And yes, my brother, their spirits walked out in front of you, behind and beside you. You was born for such a time as this. You was born for such a time as this, to free the enslaved, for they have waited 400 years for their own to find them, to release their spirits, so the whole world will know the truth of their final journey. You brought them their freedom and defeated their enemies, because you are the reincarnation of them, because part of them are in your blood, your bones, your skin, your genes and your strength. You unearthed the enslaved and gave us the permission to stand tall, to breathe, for us all to find a moment of stillness, reflection and remorse. Yes, my brother, as you walked, we walked. We saw our warriors, princes, kings and queens that once stood tall, whose skin shone and whose bodies was a monument of strength, of grace and authority. Yesterday and before they lay forgotten by many, but here and now they are known by many. And tomorrow and beyond we will reclaim who we are, the queens and the kings of Mother Africa. And the final one is called kindness. Something that often in this time people has been kinder than before. For example, my neighbours lift up my fence and mow my lawn for me, and people has gone to get shopping for me because I can't always just go and do it myself. So kindness has just been nice, but some people hasn't been so kind. And I wrote this poem of a blend of both. Did I not demonstrate kindness and love towards you when we met? Listen to your thoughts and cares for your life and others? Did I show you kindness and love during those times that you felt empty and lost, and you needed someone to help you fill the void? It was kindness and love that helped you see through your tears of disappointments and confusion. Kindness and love stood as a cheerleader, celebrating your achievements and encouraged you not to give up, embraced you through your wrongs and right turns of life. Kindness is not a weakness, but a foundation of strength, of faith, of hope, and above all, love. It's long-suffering, patient, and gentle. It's an eye-opener, a listener, a motivator, and a comforter. It's a talent. Kindness is the underpinning of strength, of light to see through the clouds and focus on what can be. Kindness is loving without barriers. It's creating happiness. It's a character of passion, understanding and trust. The power of true kindness and love can make our world a better place, make us better people. Here's me, kindly loving you, loving me. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you so much for those three wonderful pieces. I would definitely want to draw on the final piece because it embodies what You Give Hope Friday is all about, and our running theme has been be kind and being understanding to knowing that everyone else is in the same position as we are in, and if it is we can help one person by just showing just a little bit of kindness, how much it can impact on many other people's lives. So we thank you so much for your wonderful words, and we praise you for finding this fantastic craft during lockdown, because I mean everybody's trying to find a way to fit in, a way to work through everything that they're dealing with on a personal level, and you've been able to channel that and share that journey with us, and we are so grateful for it. So before you leave, and we know that you've been here a few times sharing this platform with us, now that you've been able to perform and share your words with other people, like-minded people, also empower other people, how do you feel? How does it make you feel that you're able to project those powerful words and project that the wonderful words that you've written outwards? How does it feel?
I think it's given me a lot more confidence because, and I say that because I was diagnosed with being dyslexic and with autism. So I never felt confident to write for a start. So for me, my writing came about every morning. I get up and I meditate, I pray every morning. And at the beginning of lockdown, I have a spinal problem. So I sit here, but I have a disability. And I got trapped in the lockdown when I couldn't walk. I just couldn't move and there was no one else to help me. And it was whilst on my knees, I felt so upset that I started to write. I was almost inspired. It was almost like someone else was dictated to me and I used it on my phone. So I'm talking to you on my phone. I've never put them on paper, really. Everything's on my phone. So if I lost my phone, my poems would be all gone. And there's about 50 of them, so I'd be very upset. But I was inspired to just write. Any emotion that came inside of me, rather than getting upset about it, I then just learned to write. And if I had a conversation with you, I would then write something around the conversation. And at first I heard other people's poems. I thought, wow, I can't. So I booked myself onto a platform one day. I thought, okay, I'm going to see if anyone liked what I'm reading. And you're one of them. So thank you for giving me the confidence, and hopefully the listeners enjoyed them as well, and got something from them. But they're straight from my heart. They're not, they're more motivational, I think, and uplifting. So thank you for listening.
Well, welcome, and we really appreciate you stepping out of your comfort zone and sharing, some of the personal tribulations that you've had as well. And we commend you for continuing to be strong and also empowering all of us, to continue to be strong as well. So,
I always say to people, it's not what I've lost, it's what I still got left.
Well, yeah, and then you share it,
So therefore, even though my right leg might not move, I still got my left leg, so I just moved that a bit faster. So it's not, you can't do anything. Something's lost, it's just lost. But look at what you've got left and just enjoy what you've got left and embrace it. So what I try to do is have that philosophy. And even the group that I run, which are elders, I say, what have you got? I know what you've lost, but tell me what you still got left, and let's build on that. And that's what I try to encourage people to do.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
So, I'm Pamela on UGiveHope Fridays. Thank you so much. As we move on Be Kind, UGiveHope Fridays, I would like to welcome Alex. Good evening to you. Good evening, Alex.
Good evening again. Hello. Yeah, that was really powerful, Pamela. I have to say, I must comment, we have two elder daughters.
And the great.
Youngest son. The great, yes, it's me.
Alexander the Great. I said Alex,
Oh, Alex, who's Alex?
She coming, she's right there,
Oh, I can't see her anymore. I beg your pardon.
Buff Brian. There is Alex. Hi, Alex, can you hear me? Good evening. See, there's another Alex around the corner.
Great, yes, I've seen him a few times now.
And once it is we say Alex, he jumps because he's so ready to perform, But I'm going to let him know that Alex Watson is going to perform, and then Alexander the Great is going to perform. So thank you so much, Alex, for being a part of UGiveHope Friday. Such a pleasure to have you on board. How are you doing?
I'm not bad. How are you?
I'm good. Taking it easy, one day at a time.
Good, yeah.
So we look forward to hearing your beautiful music and your wonderful performance. So thank you.
Right, yeah. So today I was on a couple of weeks ago, and I was on last week as well, but I didn't perform and I had to leave. And I sang a song called Judgment Day before, and today I'm gonna sing one called You Built the Bridge. You Built the Bridge. And it goes like this. All the things that you've been through gives me energy. I try to turn the tide, and sure, I ain't repeating history. I know you only want the best for me. I understand it can't have been easy. You sacrificed so many times to pave the way for me. The solo tears I know you cried for your family. I appreciate the things you've done. That's why I take the torch and carry to build a bridge that I now walk upon. You build a bridge so strong I can't go wrong. The road's been very hard and very long to build a bridge that I now walk upon. Your influence inspires me to be all I can be. The stains of pain inside your brain, shrouded in secrecy, but it's written on your face, and those in the know can see. Your life can't have been easy to build the bridge that I now walk upon. You build a bridge so strong I can't go wrong. The road's been very hard and very long to build the bridge that I now walk upon. You built a bridge that I now walk upon. You built a bridge that I now walk upon. You try so hard. You sacrifice your life to build the bridge that I now walk upon. You build a bridge so strong I can't go wrong. The road's been very hard and very long to build the bridge that I now walk upon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alex. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can you say the last hook again? To build the bridge that I can walk upon?
You built the bridge that I now walk upon.
Fantastic.
I wrote that one a long, long time ago, yeah.
And how do you find your inspiration? We've spoken once before because you performed for us. But now that we're coming out slowly but surely out of into a different situation, a different way of life, where do you feel you're going to be able to channel your music and be able to not maybe regain what it is you've lost, but try and pave a new way forward? What's the direction you're going to go in?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I'm gonna be. I mean, I sing obviously, and I write songs, and I run a business, so I'm always very busy. But in terms of music, I've got a band as well called Bastido, two other ladies that I sing with, and we're going to be releasing some music, I think, at the end of this month. So I hope that just starts. Although we haven't physically been together, and the track's there to be recorded. I hope it starts to just set the path of that we can actually start, getting out there and doing more things together, doing more live stuff, just being out there. I mean, I've been out going to things like the gym, but in terms of music, I feel like it's very tentative, like I don't entirely know, and that I'm just taking things slowly, and seeing how things go. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, we totally understand. We look forward to hearing the music at the end of the month. Make sure you share it with us.
I definitely will. Yeah, I definitely will. It's called A Room with a View, and my band's called Bastido. So yeah, I'll definitely share that with you guys. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being a part of UGiveHope Fridays and performing for us.
No problem. Thank you so much for having me, and thanks for asking me.
You're welcome.
Okay.
You're welcome. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Watson and UGiveHope Friday. So much positivity, so much love, so many fantastic artists we've had over the year and also throughout the evening. And we missed you last week, Maria. We missed you. You know, it's such a pleasure to have you on board You Give Hope Friday and be here and be a part of
Hello, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, Maria Seeger on You Give Hope
I'm
Friday.
very happy to share my music with you. Sorry, my English is very bad. I don't.
Hengo sulumi udani utani tuelezo dua hengo suno ujakona naweziza bezulu enkosini utali tuelezo dua ngarafuna ya bubulata dandaza bezulu enkosini utali tuelezo dua ngarafuna ya bubulata dandaza loliwe le went to the law loliwe to the law loliwe to the law naweziza
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Alexander. Oh.
Thank you so much for your wonderful, wonderful music and wonderful tone.
Merci, c'est gentil.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, You Give Hope Friday, Tiga, as always. As we continue with the positivity, the love, you know, I would like to bring back in Dr. Yanzi Ralston. Yanzi, good evening once again.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
How you doing? How you doing?
All good in my hood. Thank you very much.
Oh, wow. All good in the hood. I know up there is not a hood, but okay.
My hood. My
Okay, all right.
neighborhood.
Okay, your neighborhood. All right. Okay, good. Well, I know you have something special written for us this evening, and we look forward to hearing your wonderful words. So, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Yanzi Ralston on You Give Hope Friday.
Thank you very much. So I have written a note to Mr. Amazon, and it's from his dear friend, Yancy. Hi, Mr. Amazon. It's your friend, Yancy. Well, I don't know you, but I know you think that you know me. With your emails and your sense of familiarity, you know those that you send? Those hi, Yancy, your Prime account needs renewing. No salutations, no good mornings, no good evenings, not even a Yancy, how you doing? Just hi, Yancy, your Prime account needs renewing. Mr. Amazon, Caribbean people spend money online. We spend our hard-earned money buying things from you. But you see the news today, it was distasteful. What is that I hear you say? Well, let me tell you. Caribbean people, we don't like vulgarity. We don't like boastfulness. And while your profitability is exemplary, it's tasteless. Bragging, we don't like it. The media won't talk about St. Vincent, so you probably don't know about it. Well, sir, let me educate you. St. Vincent got lashed with COVID. Government couldn't pay their wages. And then that volcano, it belched its lava and ash. And now rain and floods have kicked them when they're down. Mr. Amazon, the population of St. Vincent, yes, those actual human beings, those Caribbean people, they are our friends, our families, they're ours. But let me tell you this, they are struggling, they are displaced, some are even suffering, yet the news is obsessed with your profits. It's all about it tripling, rubbing our noses in your 8-point-something billion. Can you even spend that in this lifetime? Never happen. Because we know that there's only a limited number of things you can buy. Mr. Amazon, have a heart. Listen to their pleas and do something to help St. Vincent, please. Give them that point something. You'll still be left with the 8 billion. So do what's right. Send some water. Send some medicine. Send some nutrition to feed on. Send some beds for them to lie down. Add the clean sheets, please. Some games for the youth and some treats for the kids. Mr. Amazon, this is from your dear friend Yancy with the Prime account. That's me.
Thank you very much, Yancy. So I'm going to ask you, how vexed were you on a scale of 1 to 10?
100.
Okay, well, we reached there real fast. we reached there real fast, but we love it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And if it is you want to give a bit of insight as well to everyone, how it is they can support those in St. Vincent and Grenadines still, because the support is ongoing. So if it is you want to give a little bit more information to everyone and not just let them know about the rant you have with Amazon, you know, because I'm pretty sure they're feeling it right now. The wrath of Yancy is 100 times full.
Well, let me let you into a little secret. I have sent that rant, I've written it in English, to 5 of the senior executives in Amazon, including Jeff. He thinks he's my friend. So I referenced it to Dear Jeff. So I sent it, don't worry about it. But while we wait for Mr. Amazon, those here who would like to support, if you go to the UK SVG Facebook page, you can send some cash. You know, people have been trying to collect clothes and food stuff. It's really good and no one's going to turn it away, but it needs to be shipped and shipping costs money. When it's shipped there, it needs to be docked, it needs to be stored somewhere and then distributed. It's much easier if people are willing to send the cash. There's a GoFundMe account, which is managed by the St. Vincent and the Grenadines High Commission in the UK. If they send the cash, then it's easier to buy the items in the Caribbean. It's a shorter distance it needs to travel. So please, folk, whatever you can, dip. There's nothing that's too small. The UK, let me rant a minute. The UK government has sent less than £500,000 to the island of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Yet, we are on the news talking about the millions they're spending on everything else. Don't get me started on Mr. Bezos and Amazon. Beg you, please. Thank you. Thank you, Super Trini.
Thank you so much, Yancy. I'm not going to beg you. Don't worry. I'm not going to beg you. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Yancy Ralston, the brainchild of UGiveHope Fridays, and also she's an integral part of the Ubeli Initiative as well as Efficacy EVA. You can get more information on all of this on ubeli.org. That's ubeli.org. And we definitely will always be thankful for this platform, for this medium, the way it is we can all come together and share. You know, within the chats, people are giving their support to all the acts that have been here and all the acts that have performed throughout the evening as well as throughout the year and just over a year as well. And we are so thankful to Yanzi as well as Brian for making all this possible. This is the show after the last show. So you know, when it is they say the creme de la creme, this is the creme de la creme. And we're so thankful that we are here on UGiveHope Fridays to be a part of that. And if it is going to use creme de la creme, I think it's synonymous with Alexander the Great.
Oh, gosh, man. Yancy, that was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I didn't realize Yancy's really a soul sister to me, because I spend most of my time, what's the word? I'm trying to be polite here. Venting my spleen on injustice. Let's say that. That's what a lot of my songs are about. But Yancy, boy, I hit the spot. It's brilliant, brilliant. Absolutely wonderful. I love it. And I was saying earlier when Pamela was on, we have two elder daughters, the eldest of the elder of the two. They're both in America right now. She was dyslexic as well. She still is dyslexic. But unfortunately, the school didn't pick it up because that was a long time ago, back in the 70s and 80s. And it was only when she went to uni that the university picked up the fact and then got her the help she needed. So I know it can be almost like a hidden thing if you don't know about it. And I sympathize entirely. And I think, Pamela, you did a fantastic job. Maria, you have a new guitar. I noticed these things because she had a gorgeous guitar the first few times. She's changed guitar. Not that this one isn't gorgeous too, it's nice, but just notice that again, she has a different guitar with her today. All right, well, I'm going to go back in times a couple of times with my songs today. For those of you who don't know, although Yancy will know of him, and also my cousin Anne is here. I've seen her on the in the list of people, and some of you may know of a fellow called Russell Henderson, Trinidadian. Came to England in 1952, one of the earliest of the migrants. Family friend of my parents. Used to play in the garden, in the yard in Belmont, where I was born, with my uncles. And he passed in 2015. And I wrote a song with the fabulously talented, which is now called Debbie Eden. She was Debbie Romaine, Pan Diva. I wrote a song called Russell Henderson, Always the Pan Man. And I'd just like to air it again for you. Russell was, I was so in awe of him, even though he used to come around and visit when I was a youngster here. I saw him a couple of times playing. He's a fantastic jazz pianist as well as a panist. And he was he formed one of the very first pan trios back in the 1950s over here with Sterling Betancourt, who came over with TASPO, the Trinidad All-Steel Percussion Orchestra, back in 1951. For the exhibition we had here in England at that time. Okay, Russell Henderson, Always the Pan Man. Russell Henderson was such a people musician. He teach anyone who wanted to be a musician. Piano was his forte, and he excelled in playing pan. In Kitsch's bebop calypso, you could hear his razzmatazz. So play your pan. Play your piano, you were the man. Jam in the Lego, ho ho. Play your pan, Mr. Henderson. Play your pan, play your pan. Oh Lord Russell, play your pan. With your dedication and inspiration, Russell Henderson, always the pan man. Your trio start to play sweet pan at a children's party. As they hear the music, everybody moving their feet. And when you ram a J round the block, they follow you down the street. So play your pan, play your piano, you were the man. Jam in the Lego, oh oh. Play pan, Mr. Henderson, play your pan. Play your pan, oh Lord Russell, play your pan. With your inspiration and inspiration, Russell Henderson, always the pan man. Bam, 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 bing, bang. You brought unity to the UK's pan evolution. This community must honor your contribution. Now you're jamming with Bradley in the big panyard in the sky. You are part of our history, which nobody can deny. So play your pan, play your piano. You were the man, jamming the Lego. Oh oh, play your pan, Mr. Henderson, play your pan. Play your pan, oh Lord Russell, play your pan. With your dedication and inspiration, Russell Henderson, always the pan man. I say again, with your inspiration and dedication, Russell Henderson, always the pan man. Russell Henderson, always the pan man. Oh, it's been a long time since I sang that. I'm going to do a song. Remember back in the 90s, there was Bishop Desmond Tutu brought in the Truth and Reconciliation Commission about owning up. Something I'd love to see this government do, but they're not going to own up. I'm not going to get too political, but I saw the altercations between him and Keir Starmer about this scandal of the expenses for refurbishing his place. Oh boy. Anyway, that's politicians. This is called Peace and Reconciliation. And it's back written a long time ago. I haven't sung this for years, but I thought for Ubele, UGiveHope, perfect. Peace and reconciliation is better than before. No more civil war. Peace and reconciliation. Admit to our offense. Don't ask for recompense. I'm talking about peace and reconciliation. It only takes one man to just hold out his hand. Oh, peace and reconciliation. End your bad business. Offer one another forgiveness. Africa has had her problems which must be resolved. Transgressors who show repentance may now be absolved. An eye for an eye forever will not save the day. Peace and reconciliation is the only way. Peace and reconciliation is better than before. No more civil war. Talking about peace and reconciliation. Admit to our offense. Don't ask for recompense. Whoa, whoa, peace and reconciliation. It only takes one man to just hold out his hand. You know I mean peace and reconciliation. End your bad business. Offer one another forgiveness. The Balkans and Northern Ireland are on the same road. To come to an understanding, they must each bear the load. Many of their old grievances lie deep in the past. Now must be the time to seek a peace that truly will last. Peace and reconciliation better than before. No more civil war, talking about peace and reconciliation. Admit to our offense, do not ask for recompense. Yeah, peace and reconciliation. It only takes one man to just hold out his hand. You know I mean peace and reconciliation. End your bad business, offer one another forgiveness. Some things bring us closer together, some things must divide. If there is a point of difference, see the other side. Instead of an escalation, we should now reduce, seeking reconciliation and declaring a truce. Peace and reconciliation is better than before. With no more civil war, I'm talking about peace and reconciliation. Admit to our offense, do not ask for recompense. You know I mean peace and reconciliation. It only takes one man to just hold out his hand. I'm talking about peace and reconciliation. End your bad business, offer one another forgiveness. End your bad business, offer one another forgiveness. Peace and reconciliation. Thank
Alexander
you.
Great. Wow. We absolutely love that.
Thank you.
Reconciliation, reconciling.
Yep.
Easier said than done, right?
Well, it's always easier said than done, but that's where you make the effort, isn't it? It's making the effort. It's
Yep.
making the effort to see the other side. Always see the other side, if you can.
I agree with you. So you know what's on the other side, right?
What's on the other side of the wall of the kitchen is a hall, and after the other side of the hall is a beautiful woman whom it has been my great pleasure to spend a lot of my life with, and I hope she's ready. She always inspires me with her superb poetry. She's a heck of a wonderful poet. Oh, there she is, look. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the gorgeous Wilhelmina Joseph Lowenthal.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I'm sorry about my internet. I don't know why. It's really playing up this evening, so I might drop out. So it might even just kick me off. I don't know why. But it's been really bad this evening, so let's see what happens anyway. Thank you to the man in the next room. I haven't heard that song for ages, man. Yeah. Let me see. I wrote a new one today, or for today. But you know, I have an old one and a new one, as is always the case. So I'll go with. This is called dreaming. I spend a lot of time, maybe in my old age, this is what happens. You start dreaming about the time when you were younger. My dad was a British rail guard, so I spent a lot of time traveling on trains. I dream of train rides as a child in dusty British rail carriages when we sat by ourselves on high, hard, dusty seats with my feet swinging inches from the floor, and observed through grimy windows the back gardens of the unsuspecting households, unaware of our prying. I dream of watching myself from the corner of the ceiling as I lie in my bed, a calm and ghostly being, feeling nothing but love for the vulnerable and sensitive soul, tossing restlessly. I dream of children playing, their laughter echoing through the chill air, the sound of dogs barking at the birds on the water, when they dash forward in mock attacks, more bravado than sense, knowing full well they dare not. I dream of a time when I'll no longer need to dream, when my waking moments are replete like a full. My longing is appeased, relaxed as a sleeping cat, all tension gone and broken heart mended. Okay, that's dreaming. And I think I like dreaming. Sometimes it's good to let memories flood you. I find it very healing. And this one I wrote recently. This is called, quite cryptically, and you'll see why, it's called I Feel Like the Nail. I leap up and look for someone to high five. No one around except Shadow Cat. I pick up his soft, black, yielding paw and touch the unprotected tenderness of my hand, that depository of my life's journey, to the innocent-looking brown toe beans guarded by his murderous claws, now sheathed in sleep. My ridiculous smile wasted, I hasten to social media for my fix, with triumph threatening to explode my chest. This malady consumes me. Its flames demand further nourishment. Not now, not now, wait, the time is not now. The voice attempts to check me. Once I can ignore it. I've had plenty of practice. Harrowing, heart-hardening images float unbidden across my consciousness. They feed my new resolve. If not now, when? My consciousness retorts. I feel like the nail that was dropped in the dust during the hammering. Never looked for, ignored, accepted as lost. Never knowing my power to bite into wood, to hold securely. Time and weather rusting my brightness. I wore my rejection like a cloak of invisibility, a divine all these years. I wipe off years of accumulated dust and inspect the blood-red rust. Nothing WD-40 can't fix. Its oily pungency stings my nostrils, reviving me. My intensity is dazzling. I am sharp. I am pointed. I am valid. I drop the cloak. Social media soothes me, comforts me. There too are images of others leaping, high-fiving, hugging, weeping. They are nailed. We are ready for the hammering. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Will. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're smiling. I like that. You're smiling.
I'm just going out, waiting to go out hammering some people out in the street, man. I thought I'd better wait for me to write something. Let myself calm down first before I wrote anything. So that was me. That was the calm me.
That was the calm me. That was the calm me.
Yeah, that was the calm me. Yeah.
That's amazing. We always. Alexander. Alexander. Oh my goodness. You and your household, they are phenomenal, and we are so grateful to both of you all.
That's the subject of the poem.
I realize. Well, as always, we thank you, and also Alexander the Great, as always, for you guys' contribution throughout You Give Hope Fridays. You know, Alexander's never really missed a beat with us. You've missed a few beats, but every time you come, you're always on beat, and we truly appreciate you both. And well, the cat too. Okay, all right, the cat too.
I'll let him know.
Yeah. I
Nice
agree.
one. Nice one. Beautiful
So
evening.
thank you so much, and we definitely look forward to seeing you all very soon. And lift a leg up, lift a leg up, lift a leg up, and stuff like that. So hopefully very soon. All right.
Take it easy, yeah.
You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You Give Hope Fridays. We've had some amazing acts all the way through the evening. Last week was our final show. This was creme de la creme of Be Kind. And we are so grateful and thankful for all of you all who have participated, who have shared your words, shared your artistry in whatever fashion it may be. And we look forward to seeing you all, meeting you all, being with you all, jamming with you all. And before we go, I'm going to ask Brian to come back and say a few words, followed by Yanzi. And then I will say a few words and we jam for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Hi, everyone. I just want to say thank you again for your support and the artists for your contributions to this platform. We couldn't have done it without you. And that's all I need to say. Just thank you, thank you, thank you. And as Trini says, we'll meet soon in the flesh. Thank you. Yancy?
And thank you very much, everyone. I just want to indulge me for a second. So those who were here from last April know why it was started. There was a particular week when I said 3 young men had contacted me because they were having suicidal thoughts. One of them spoke to me this week, happy to say that he is well, but the feedback that he gave me on how much this space meant to him. So he's not one that would come in when we're live, but he would watch it after because he works. And he was just in awe of the contributions and the artistry and the music and the everything that we've been able to put together in that year. It's been a phenomenal space. I have cried, I have laughed, my tummy hurt, I have snorted, I have snotted, all sorts of emotions, all sorts of things have happened in this space. But it has been great. It has been awesome. Last week was just phenomenal. This week, it wasn't expected, and I wasn't even sure people would turn up, but it has been great. You all family. Alexander the Great is actually family sort of ish, but you all family now. Stay in touch. I hope that we will do something live. I am still working on it. I made a promise and I will. We have to get Sule from Canada over and a lot of other artists over, but we're working on on making it live. But in the meantime, it would be nice if anyone is interested. Let's meet up for physically distance, cup of tea, juice, old talk, a laugh, a giggle, a chat. Just drop me, I've put my phone number in the chat many times. Just drop me a call, drop me an email. Let's meet up. Let's keep the family going. It's been great. Couldn't do this without Brian. Couldn't do this without Super Trini. Oh, I got a son. The show has enabled me to have a nephew son. Super Trini, much love from me to you. I couldn't do it without Brian and all of you here. So thank you. It's been awesome. Fantastic. Thank you. And on behalf of the young man who spoke to me this week, thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Yanzi, and thank you very much, Brian, and thank you everyone who's participated and been a part of this fantastic platform. Before I jam about 10 tunes before we head out, I just want to read something that I wrote. I can't even find the date of it. That's how old it is. I can't even find the date. It's probably rubbed off somewhere. And like Pamela, I write my stuff on my phone, but I have 2 phones and I always send the notes over. Whatever I've written, it goes to another phone and it goes onto my emails. So I should never ever be able to lose it. That's a little hint for you, Pamela. Yeah? Send it to your email. It's called Burden. Gateway to learn and grow. We go through life constantly questioning why this and why that. But if we were able to see adversity before it comes, would it mold us into better people, or would we just take it for granted that we have the ability to see? I am thankful for the adversities I face every day. Some small and definitely some are big. But adversity is adversity. And sometimes it duplicates itself, but we should learn and grow from each and every one of them. Two aspects that can define our forward progression: learning and growing. But always be mindful that all growth still has its negatives, but be sure that your mindset is always positive in that learning process, as that will define what progression is truly made. Therefore, the burdens you face can sometimes become easier to bear and overcome. Burden, gateway to learn and grow. I say thank you to each and every one of you for giving me this platform and helping me, shed my burdens a little bit and also grow and be a part of something that I believe is going to be continuous and will always be a part of our lives moving forward. If you miss any part of the show, any of our previous shows, go on to Efficacy EVA's YouTube channel, and you can play anytime you want to. Also check out our Facebook page, UGiveHope Facebook page as well, and make sure you all follow us, see what's going on, and also make sure you stay in touch. You can also find me on Instagram at SuperTriniVibes, also UGiveHope on Instagram, as well as the Obele Initiative. And we say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we say, before we really get going, right, I just got information that Mr. Stuart Taylor is in the house. Better late than never, right?
Right.
Better late than never. Stuart, good evening to you. Good evening, good evening. We always make sure that we have this platform for everyone, big or small, early or late, late. We welcome you, Stuart, and we look forward to hearing your powerful message and your powerful words.
Very kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Super Trini, and to Yancy and to Brian. Much respect. So this little number is called Everywhere is Here is Everywhere. I can hear the traffic droning across the water. I can hear the aeroplane lazily buzzing across a clear spring blue sky. The birdsong is sharp, clear, sonorous and animated. Young men shout and scream in excitement and mild anxiety as they learn to canoe on the reservoir. Colors and textures return after their winter slumber. Volume and dimension, texture and depth, the verdant leaf population on the brink of unfurling and dazzling. The one sun shines down, bestowing upon us the catalyzing power of life through heat and light. Wherever here is, we share this global life spring, and yet, wherever here is determines so much about the life we may lead and the dreams we may dream. In the occupied ghettos of Palestine, in the bombed-out wreckage of Syria, in the oppressed and paramilitarized streets of Belarus, in the fire-razed neighborhoods of California, in the flooded deltas of Bangladesh, in the pollution fog of the major cities of the global north and global south. We share the same sun, we breathe the same air, and yes, everywhere is here, is everywhere, but here can be such a vastly polarized space and place of difference in terms of our life chances, our very own lives' value. Neoliberalism, globalization, neocolonialism, free market economies. We've heard these terms so many times. Still they obfuscate for so many peoples. Still they oppress for so many peoples. Still they remain a trough of utter greed. You peoples. The one sun shines down, bestowing upon us the catalyzing power of life through heat and light. Wherever here is, we share this global life spring, and yet wherever here is determines so much about the life we may lead and the dreams we may dream. So how then to connect with our kith and kin? Please. Maybe listening energetically, perhaps listening with our intention, maybe holding space to learn, absorbing the rich tapestry field with the oxygen of attention and qualities we most value: pro-social, empathetic, altruistic, compassionate, and ethical. Peace. That's right. Peace. Yes, amongst the clamour of greed-driven duplicity, shameless gaslighting, ecocidal and genocidal plunders, we can cultivate affinity, community, neighborliness, and connection, a sense of being the inheritors of culture from our ancestral lineages and the bestowers of culture upon our own descendants. We may ask ourselves, what kind of ancestor will we be remembered as? Hidden away from public scrutiny, or celebrated and memorialized as advocates, champions, and stewards of the Tao, the eternal way of nature, preserving and sustaining global kith and kin? The one sun shines down, bestowing upon us the catalyzing power of life through heat and light. Wherever here is, we share this global life spring, and yet wherever here is determines so much about the life we... On reflection then, with a measure of self-inquiry, a dash of mindful dialogue, some intentional shared effort, a seeking out and embracing of stillness, where will we arrive at? In relation to these dynamic facets of our shared journey on this mortal coil.
Stuart, so poignant. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's been a while since we've seen you, and it's such a pleasure to have you speaking such powerful words and dynamic.
It must be very confusing seeing how far my hair has grown and the way my bangs are covering my eyes. I mean, this deep voice and this long hair. I appreciate it's tricky.
I'm not going to say a word, not one word, because there's a hooligan that lives on that side of the world, and I am not getting involved. You're trying to
I
rope
can
me.
recommend you to my
Not happening. I'm quite
barber. He knows his job.
I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy with where mine's headed. You know, I can share, but I'm quite happy. So, Stuart, I know that you're doing something for men at the moment. You want to share some light on that and let us know what it is you're involved in right now?
Absolutely. So one of the areas of good trouble that the Ubele initiative is shaking up right now is a project called Ubele Mandem. And Ubele Mandem is an opportunity for the Mandem in our community to come together and chat about their stuff, chat about their dreams, chat about their achievements, chat about their challenges, chat with the Mandem. Check out the Ubele website. If you don't see what you hoped to see about Mandem there, reach out to Yancy, reach out to LA Initiative, and we'll give you the 911 about where and when. Come, join the Mandem, and we'll chat good.
So it's for the Mandem. Yes, Stuart, it's for the Mandem?
Mandem.
Thank you so much, Stuart. So before you go, want to ask you, being a part of the Ubele initiative as well as being a part of UGiveHope Fridays, how has the experience been for you, and how has it helped you throughout the last year during the pandemic, and how has this platform helped you and supported you as well?
It's been terrible. It's been really so challenging. I'm so not used to being appreciated, to being respected, to being recognized. It's very hard to come to terms with being seen by my brethren and by my sister. I'm used to having to fight. So to take off my armor, lay down my bow and arrow, and embrace being embraced. Of course it's not terrible. Of course it's not challenging. Of course it's not a difficult thing. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm nourished. My hair is now long and restored. I'm 1 meter taller than I was 6 months ago. I'm at peak fitness. I've gained 10 points on my IQ. I can speak 133 languages. I can cook 6 different international dishes simultaneously. I can rap like Jay-Z. I can break beats like Jay Dilla. I've got the poetry of Bob Marley. I can even say Dubois correctly, and still I stand, and still I know why the caged bird sings. It's been a bit like that, isn't it?
A bit like that. Oh, thank you so much, Stuart. Thank you. Blessings to you and your family as well. And always stay in good trouble, all right? Stay in good trouble. Ladies and gentlemen, Stuart Taylor on UGiveHope Friday. You know, surprise guests at the end of the
Mandem.
Yeah,
Join the Mandem.
All right.
Join the Mandem. Join the Mandem.
Ay. We love it. We love that. We love it. Thank you so much. So before we leave, as you know, I'm going to jam some vibes to you all. And I'm going to reel it back to where we were. As we two-step into the weekend. Two-step with some positive vibes, alright? You can sing along if you want to. Good evening, Becky. Good evening, Mom. Good evening, Robbie. Tia, Kemi, thank you so much. Marcia, thank you as well. Mr. Jeffrey Hines, as always, sir, the Admiral.
I can't fool myself, I don't want nobody else to ever love me. You are my shining star, my guiding light, my love fantasy. There's not a minute, hour, day or night that I don't love you. You're at the top of my list, cause I'm always thinking.
The shepherd and his angels got our life. Go on, joy comes early morn. Ways of the man will sure subside. Pain walk away, cause here come love. Smiling, faithful, alright.
As you say, thank you so much to each and everyone. UGiveHope Fridays. We'll be back here, but hopefully when we're back, we'll be out there. And we'll welcome you. I look forward to seeing you as we get together. Make sure you be kind to each and everyone, right?
Everybody needs love.
One love.
Everybody needs
ay, ay, ay.
love. Everybody needs a little sun to shine. Shine on, shine down on me. Don't let love come inside your life. Yeah. Shine down on me.
On me. Let that love shine down on you, each and everyone. Thank you so much for being a part of UGiveHope Fridays. Stay safe. Stay blessed. One love from my house to your house. Efficacy EVA, UGiveHope, the Ubele Initiative. Make sure you stay with us. And thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Good night.